Muy buenas noches, good evening everyone. Esta noche me acompaña en una entrevista bilingüe el juez Beavers Jr., que está encargado del precinto 1 en la ciudad de Taylor, Texas, para platicar con nosotros un poquito. El día de mañana es día de elecciones. Aquí en Texas es muy importante votar. We were discussing the importance of voting and how we don't really get out to vote. So we have Judge Beavers via internet with a quick interview. Good evening, Judge.
Oh, good evening.
There we go. I think we're having a little bit of a connection issue. But,
Okay.
Judge, we would like to obviously invite everyone to vote, the importance of voting locally. I believe that many times we don't really pay much importance to these elections, and I think and we were discussing earlier, one of the most important that I believe have a little more impact on our everyday life. So it's important for everyone to get out and vote. Can you tell us a little bit about your background here in East Texas as judge? You've been serving for quite some time. Can you tell us a little bit about
Yes.
yourself?
Yes, like I say, I'm the first elected minority judge here in Smith County and Tyler. I got my bachelor of science degree from Grambling State University in Louisiana. I was a deputy sheriff for Smith County and J.B. Smith for 12 years. Then I got elected. I've been a judge here going on 28 years as a justice of the peace. I attended graduate school at East Texas State in Commerce. That's kind of the base of my background for my college. Like I said, JP is a very important position. I handle cases up to 20,000. I set bond in the jail. I do inquests. That's when someone died at the hospital, and the person died less than 24 hours, where they got to contact a justice of the peace. There's 5 justices of the peace, justice of court judges in Smith County. I was doing insurances when kids was missing school, but the school district got a grant with the city of Tyler, so now they file in the city of Tyler municipal court now. Basically, like
So you
I
have
said,
a pretty important role for all of us here in East Texas, and that's a reason why we always encourage everyone to get out and vote.
Well, basically, like I say, the justice of peace is basis of people's court, and you can come and talk to the judge. You have some kind of legal problem. We can't get in legal advice, but we can tell you where you need to go if you need to talk to an attorney or something like that. So everybody can come in and talk to the justice of peace. You can't talk to the county judge or the district judge because you got to have an attorney. But this court it's a people's court. It's for the individual who can't afford a lawyer. And I do traffic tickets.
It,
Dealing with tickets that's written by the sheriff's department or the state with some of DPS constable in my precinct. If a DPS stops someone in precinct 1, then the case would be filed in my court.
and then obviously you have a community that is very much in need of someone that's there for them. You know, you have the north side of town where there's a lot of Hispanic or African American community, and many others
Yes,
that sometimes are kind of a little bit forgotten. So we want to remind everyone the importance of getting out and voting. And someone is asking, obviously, propositions and goals, in your hands and everything that you have coming up. We have people within the Hispanic community obviously joining live on Facebook as well that need that representation, Judge.
Oh yes, yeah. Like I say, it's most of my precinct is both it's minority, black and Hispanics. Yes, the most minority in precinct 1.
Why is it important for people to get out and vote? Again, remind them. It's sometimes this is one of the elections that I believe that are not so many people come out to vote. Not so many people come out and pay much attention to this. We do see a big amount of people that come out during presidential elections, Judge, but obviously on our local levels, we still need a lot of push and to teach people the importance of these elections and who we put in office.
Well, the election for the local, like I say, is basis JP. We deal basically with local problem that's happening in your county or the city. I'll make an example. I do. Eviction is filed in my court. That's when someone failed to pay rent, and that's kind of a local problem. That's when the landlord
Right.
filed on the person for non-payment of rent. And
What's
like
one
I
of the
say,
main things, Judge, that sets you apart and that you're asking for people to come out and vote for you?
well, one reason, like I say, my record speak for itself. I've been in jail for 28 years. I was a deputy sheriff for 12 years. And I think for my background is that I'm an honest and fair judge. And that's what's count, being honest and fair for the community of Precinct 1 and for the whole Smith County.
Judge, I think I had a little bit of a delay there. Obviously, everyone else can hear you via our stream. It is important to get out tomorrow and vote. Tomorrow is the elections here in Texas. You got to vote and be ready. Hopefully, everyone has had the time to get everything they need to make that cast. And just wanting to invite everyone on behalf of Judge Beavers to come out and make a decision, and hopefully, Judge, everything will work out in your favor, and hopefully it'll work out in the favor of the entire community, obviously, that you serve. I'm sure you've been doing this for a very long time, and there's a reason why you get reelected and you continue to serve the East Texas community in Precinct 1.
Yeah, thank you. Like I say, dealing with the justice piece and this the local election is very important for the community. Dealing with the elected officials local is very important.
So everyone get out and vote. All of our community. You can find polling locations in Smith County. There's a link that is being posted on our stream currently. And again, Judge, I hope everything works out for the best of both of our communities. We're in a minority community, our African American community, our Latino community, who really need that representation, need that help, need that support, need someone there that they can trust. Obviously, facing the courts are a scary thing for anyone, but a whole lot worse for our minorities. And I think we've always known that, and that's always been one of the highest fears for our community is to be in front of a judge, and hopefully having someone they can trust like you can make them feel a whole lot more comfortable.
Yeah, thank you. Like I say, for 28 years, I've been a fair and honest judge with the community and the county.
And we appreciate that. I'm going to do a little bit of a Spanish translation. El juez obviamente está invitando a votar a todos ustedes. Él cubre lo que es el precinto número 1, pero obviamente las elecciones se llevan en el este de Texas y en todo Texas el día de mañana para que usted tenga la oportunidad de salir y votar. Si usted es ciudadano americano, ejerce su derecho al voto. Estas son de las elecciones más importantes que nos afectan al diario. Esas son las personas que se encargan de que si usted no pagó la renta o si alguien no pagó la renta, las evicciones, estamos hablando de multas, estamos hablando de casos en las cortes locales, donde obviamente es muy importante que ustedes tengan una representación. Él ha servido el Texas por ya 28 años, está invitando a la gente a que salga y vote. Obviamente está haciendo su candidatura para que voten por él, pero está invitando a todos a que salgan a votar del voto, especialmente en una minoría como estamos mirando en
What happened?
Lost the mixer.
juez. Uh, Sorry about that. We had a little connection issue right there. So on the comments, they are obviously giving the times to get out and vote. We are encouraging everyone to get out and cast the vote. Obviously, Judge Beavers, you're asking everyone to vote for you, represent our African American community, our Latino community on Precinct 1. And, well, we wish you the best. And we appreciate your time this evening.
Manuel, can I say that
Thank you for inviting me.
even if they don't have their voter ID, as long as they have a state issued ID, they are able to vote. You don't have to have your voter registration card as long as you have an ID. And as long as they are in line by 7 p.m., they can't be turned away. So tell them to, if it's a line, stay in the line and make sure they vote.
Nos están dando la información sobre, obviamente, las votaciones, recordándole la importancia de salir y votar. Están diciendo que inicia la votación a las 7 de la mañana, termina a las 7 de la tarde. Simplemente con que usted esté en la fila a las 7 de la tarde, no puede negarle el voto. Así esté la fila larga, con que usted llegue a esa fila a las 7 de la noche. Antes de las 7 de la noche usted puede ejercer su derecho al voto. Solo necesita una identificación del Estado, es lo único que necesita para poder llegar a las casillas. El día de mañana es el gran día, así que los invitamos a que todos voten listos, voten preparados. Se ha hecho una campaña por todo el estado para que obviamente ejerzan su derecho al voto y ustedes tienen la oportunidad de votar mañana. Ahí está la información también. Gracias por estar comentándonos ahí. School IDs will not work to vote. So, no se permiten identificaciones del trabajo ni tampoco identificaciones de la escuela para votar. Necesita una identificación del Estado válida para poder simplemente votar. Así que ahí está la información. It's a big day in Texas tomorrow, Judge. We hope everyone gets out and vote. If you have the right to vote for all of our Latino community, if you're a U.S. citizen in this country, please take this opportunity to vote. I know it's one of those communities that sometimes, Judge, doubts, if their vote really counts. It really counts, and we need to make a difference.
Yes,
so we hope everyone that is able to vote gets out and casts that vote tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Judge Beavers, Precinct 1, is inviting you to come out and vote. Judge, it's an honor to have you on here. Hope to meet you in person, and we wish you the best.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Ahí está el juez del precinto número 1 en la ciudad de Taylor, Texas.